Hey, this is Tom with the Father's Workshop Screen Printing, and we're back, and we're going to be doing some things with some sublimation on 100% cotton t-shirts. Now we've got some colored shirts, so what we'll do that instead of going through the desizing, because I said some things on the last video that I wasn't quite understanding what I was reading, but there's not a desizer in the shirts on the white and the gray. It is a sizing chemical that they put into it. So I was a little confused on that, and now that I've kind of got it straightened out. But there is a chemical that they put in the shirt. It's a sizing, and if you have that in the white and gray shirts, when you do your sublimation with the sublimation ink, it's not going to work. You're going to wind up with some problems. So that's why there's the desizer. All right, it actually takes the chemical, I guess, out of the shirt and makes it to where the poly T, when it goes into it, it will actually absorb into the material that will then give it what it needs to take the ink and absorb it and let the ink do what it's supposed to do within the material. So I got that a little straightened out. So I wanted to kind of put that in there. When I look back on the video, I go, that guy don't know what he's talking about. But anyway, I guess I didn't. But anyways, the desizer is for the white and gray shirts, and when it comes to sweatshirts, all your sweatshirts, whether they got color or not, all your sweatshirts have the sizing in it also. So you'll need to use the desizer to get that if you're using the poly T from die press. So anyways, let's see what we can do, and maybe we can put together something and do another shirt. How does that sound? Sound like a winner? Okay. Come back right after the intro. You know, sometimes the question might be, doing the sublimation to 100% cotton is great, and it looks good on white shirts. And as the one video I did, the colors weren't bad on a gold shirt, which is kind of light. It's kind of a light color. But what about the darker colors? How about a gilded cobalt, purple, kind of a purple color? It's a little bit darker. Now, sublimation ink doesn't have white, so you just don't have the white there. Now you can get probably a bright light yellow, maybe. I don't know. But what do? You got those colors, and how do you get the colors that will really stand out in a darker garment with sublimation? That's the big thing, because if you're going to do sublimation, you want to be able to do them. I mean, how does it work on a black t-shirt? Now screen printing and using ink is great, because you can all of those things are great with the shirts. But what do you do when you're dealing with sublimation? Because sublimation, you're limited, I think, on some areas to bring out something bright, because there's no white. So let's see how it looks on a gilded cobalt color, kind of a purple color shirt. It's a bluish purple, blue, I don't know, you judge for yourself. Anyways, it's a darker garment. And let's see how the sublimation works as far as the colors coming out. And we'll try to find a picture. I haven't picked a picture yet, but maybe we'll find a picture that will look good with it. So we'll have to try that and see how it works. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this shirt ready. The whole thing is getting the shirt prepped first. And remember, the first thing we have to do is we have to spray down the shirt with the poly T. And then we got to let it dry. Now I could put it and let it air dry up underneath the heat press. And after about 5 10 minutes or something like that, he should be dried. Then we'll press it, and then we'll press for 10 seconds. Then we'll apply the second poly coat, and then once again let it dry, and then press for 10 seconds. Then we'll be ready to go ahead and put our image on the garment. We got to find something that's going to stand out on a dark garment with sublimation. So let's check it out, see if it works. Okay, we are back, and we're gonna see what we can do as far as we're gonna look here at this shirt that we have laid out here. Now this time we're gonna do a purple, kind of a cobalt. I think that's what Gildan calls them, cobalt color. And we're gonna do the back of the shirt, so we'll do the back. And I'll let you see me get that ready. So get this ready. There's my poly T mixture, and I've already got mixed up in this bottle. And go ahead and spray this garment, and we'll take it over to the heat press. I'm letting the heat press, it's getting heated up now. So but I've got this. Now I don't know how long this lasts in the bottle. I mixed this a while back, and I hope it lasts. It's been sealed tight, it hasn't been opened, and so I'm hoping that it's still good. So really, how long does the poly T last? As far as in the bottle, I mean, should you make up a lot at one shot if you're not going to use it all, quickly? So I didn't know. I just used one. Well, I don't know. It says I got over 20 ounces, so I must have made them pretty good. What we're doing, we're going to pat this down with our hand a little bit here. Some say you can fold the garment over and pat it like this. That way you're sure to absorb all of that into the material. We'll open it back up. And as you can see, nice and wet. So now we're going to take it over here and put it on the, can you see me? Now we're going to take it and go over here and put it on the heat press. Actually, we're not going to press it, but we're going to put it under it and let it dry, air dry with the heat. You know what I'm talking about. Come on. Now we're going to take the wet garment and we're going to put it over here. Now what we're going to do, we're going to let that heat dry it. Not letting this touch the garment, but actually letting the garment dry by the heat. Okay, so we're not going to touch it. Once it gets dried, what we'll do, we'll press it for 10 seconds. Once we press it for 10 seconds, then we're going to go back and we're going to spray it again. Only not as heavy as we did the first time, just a little bit lighter. But we're going to do that. And then from there, we'll dry it again. And then when we do that, we'll press it again. We'll get 2 cures. And then once we get that second cure, we can go ahead and put our image on there. And I'll take a break in between that, which you won't know it, but I'll have to print something up and kind of figure something out that's going to look and pop really good on a cobalt purple bluish type shirt. You see the shirt color, you know what it looks like, but to try to find something that's going to look good on that particular shirt. So when you got darker shirts, how does sublimation play into that? Because you don't have white, you have yellow, I guess some bright. I don't know. Let's try it and see. I don't know. It should have some bright colors to be able to work. So we'll see. Oh yeah, it's all starchy feeling. If it feels like starch and it's dry, it must have done right. But it needs to be pressed for 10 seconds to get that cure. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, my arm. Cure number 1. Now we got to spray it, dry it, cure it again. Should I even waste my time for you to sit there and watch me go through all that process again? No. So, by just the quick magic of video, that, as you can see, is now ready. It is now ready. This shirt is now ready for a picture, a sublimated picture. Sublimation. I remember before when I did the first video, I said I've sublimated before. You heard me. I know a lot of y'all trying to correct me on that, but anyways, I've sublimated before, and that's a good thing. I've sublimated, and yeah, I got the decider thing all messed up too, but I got it straightened out. I told you when I started doing these videos, let's learn together. All right, let's learn together. And that's what we're doing. So I learned a little bit. You corrected me on some things. None of y'all put any comments down there, but thank you. Thank you, because hopefully you were as ignorant as I was on it. But anyways, and I'm supposed to be telling you how it works, but I just got it. I didn't understand a whole lot. But anyways, forgive me for being ignorant. But anyway, it's ready. So I'm going to get down here on the computer, see if I can get up some kind of picture, run it over here on the printer, print up something, and see how this thing really looks. And here we are back. I did design something, and it's basically our logo. And I don't know, I don't like the way our printer is doing. I'm probably going to have to get a better printer, because this one here is starting to put the little lines in there. That stuff there, I don't like that. I don't know if that's maybe something on my printer that I'm doing, or if it's my printer itself. Maybe it needs to be cleaned. I've cleaned it several times and it's still doing it. But I'm gonna clean up some of this little ink. So I got a little bit of ink and stuff that's on the edges here. I don't want that on my shirt, so I'm gonna cut that off, and then we're gonna place it on the shirt and see how this comes out. It's kind of a blue. I don't know how this is gonna look, to be honest with you. It's got some red and it's got some colors, so let's see how it works. And this is on a dark garment. That's why I'm wondering about, with this and the darker garments, how does sublimation really compare to regular screen printing? You can't compare it to regular screen printing, but you'd have to use lighter shirts. So sublimation would be good on lighter shirts. The darker ones, I guess it would be okay. I don't know. I'm not saying it either way. Don't you say I said it. I don't know. We'll find out. My glasses off. I can see you now. There. So, we'll try this. We'll give it a shot. The heat press is heating up. I'm going to get the shirt ready, and I'll get the camera set up. I hate messing with cameras, but get the camera set up. I'm doing this for you. Okay, we're fixing to get ready and put the image on the garment. So, moving the camera. Take it. We've got this set for 70 seconds. So that's how long it should take. 385 degrees at 70 seconds. So let's see how it works. Now, if you noticed, the temperature changed. The temperature dropped. It was at 385. It dropped. The temperature was at 385 and it dropped to 372 now. So you're going to have a temperature drop. It's going to make a big difference. 70 seconds is up. Done as I went through the process, and these are darker garments. Now I was wondering whether or not they would how well it would work on darker garments, and I'm gonna do some research, see if anybody else has been doing darker garments. But for me, that's unacceptable. Now, I'll wear it, but I don't know. I just ain't crazy about it. So, anyways, We know that it'll work on lighter garments. We know it works on lighter garments. But the darker garments, it's just not as well. And that's because of the color. So, this is Tom, the Father's Workshop Screen Printing. And I did the test, tried it, and not crazy about the darker colors with the sublimation. The lighter colors works great on cotton shirts. Anyways, like and subscribe, please. And we'll see you next time. And remember, Lord bless.